Turning 61 marks the beginning of a unique and transformative phase in life. After decades of juggling careers, raising families, and meeting societal expectations, this milestone offers an opportunity to pause and reassess. It's a time when the pressures and obligations that once seemed indispensable start to fade into the background, creating space to focus on what truly matters. The years have brought invaluable wisdom, shaped by experiences and challenges that offer clarity and a deeper understanding of priorities. Yet many find themselves holding on to outdated habits, toxic beliefs, or unnecessary burdens that no longer serve them in this new chapter. These lingering ties can hold us back from living fully and authentically. Embracing this stage of life requires courage and self-awareness, as it invites us to let go of what no longer fits and make room for greater joy, meaning, and fulfillment. This article explores 10 powerful realizations that often emerge after 61, beginning with the importance of releasing relationships and societal expectations that weigh us down. Toxic relationships can leave deep imprints on our emotional and psychological well-being, often taking years to recognize their true toll. By 61, the emotional currency spent on maintaining such connections becomes clearer and harder to justify. Relationships that thrive on manipulation, criticism, negativity, or emotional neglect no longer deserve a place in your life. For many, the idea of letting go of toxic relationships can feel daunting, tied up with fears of confrontation, guilt, or the deeply ingrained belief that we must endure certain relationships simply because of history or obligation. But the reality is that holding on to these connections drains energy and blocks opportunities for growth and joy. Walking away from a toxic relationship is not a sign of failure. It is an act of reclaiming your worth. At this stage, time and emotional energy are too precious to waste on people who don't genuinely value or support you. The process of letting go may require setting boundaries, having difficult conversations, or gradually distancing yourself from those who harm rather than nurture. It is not always easy, but the emotional freedom and clarity that follow are worth the effort. As you release these toxic ties, you create space for positive, reciprocal relationships that uplift and inspire you. These are the connections that will add richness to your life, helping you embrace this new chapter with greater vitality and peace. Worrying about what others think is another burden that becomes increasingly irrelevant after 61. For much of life, societal expectations play a significant role in shaping our decisions, from career paths to lifestyle choices and even personal appearance. We often seek validation from friends, family, and colleagues, making decisions to meet external standards rather than prioritizing our own happiness. This pressure can be exhausting, yet it feels inescapable when younger, as approval and acceptance seem closely tied to success. However, reaching this stage of life brings a liberating realization. Living for the opinions of others is neither fulfilling nor sustainable. By now, you've likely gained enough self-awareness and wisdom to understand your own values and what truly brings you happiness. This clarity allows you to separate yourself from the judgments of others, recognizing that their opinions often stem from their own insecurities, biases, or experiences, rather than being a true reflection of you. Letting go of the need for external validation opens up a world of possibilities. It frees you to live authentically, to make choices that align with your values, and to find joy in being unapologetically yourself. Whether it's pursuing a long-forgotten passion, embracing a lifestyle that feels right for you, or simply allowing yourself to age naturally without concern for societal standards, this freedom is transformative. It's not about defiance or rebellion. It's about stepping into the fullness of who you are, with confidence and peace. Imagine the weight lifted when you no longer worry about how others perceive your decisions, your lifestyle, or even your appearance. At 61, this is your time to embrace self-prioritization and live with authenticity, unencumbered by the noise of external expectations. As we journey through life, the accumulation of material possessions often becomes a marker of success and stability. Houses, cars, furniture, clothing, collectibles. These items fill our homes and over time come to represent memories, milestones, and a sense of security. Yet by the time we reach 61, the weight of these possessions often begins to overshadow their utility or joy. What once felt essential might now seem burdensome. The large house that was perfect for raising a family can start to feel like an empty, high-maintenance space. Closets overflow with clothes that no longer match your lifestyle, and collections that once brought pride may now gather dust, serving as silent reminders of how much has changed. The truth is, as we age, the value of material things begins to pale in comparison to the richness of experiences and relationships. At 61, it becomes clear that possessions, no matter how expensive or sentimental, cannot provide the deep sense of fulfillment we often seek. Instead, they can tether us to the past or trap us in routines of upkeep and obligation. Letting go of these items, whether through decluttering, downsizing, or simply reassessing what truly matters, is not just a physical act, but an emotional and psychological liberation. Parting with belongings can be challenging. Items may carry memories or seem tied to a specific identity or phase of life. However, it's important to remember that memories live within us, not within the things we own. Letting go doesn't mean erasing the past. It means honoring it while making space for a present and future that feel lighter, freer, and more aligned with who you are now. Decluttering your life doesn't just create physical space, it also opens emotional and mental space to focus on what truly matters. Instead of spending time maintaining a house filled with things, you can invest in experiences that bring joy, traveling, spending time with loved ones, or simply enjoying the peace of a well-organized and manageable living environment. This shift away from materialism toward minimalism doesn't mean abandoning comfort or beauty. It's about curating your surroundings to reflect what genuinely adds value to your life today, rather than holding on to what once mattered in the past. By releasing the grip of possessions, you find yourself unburdened, free to embrace new adventures, savor quiet moments, and live more fully in the present. The simplicity that comes with owning less often leads to greater clarity, contentment, and a renewed appreciation for the intangible joys of life. Another realization that comes with age is the need to reevaluate long-held goals. During our younger years, we are often driven by ambition, pursuing milestones that define success, buying a home, advancing a career, raising children, or achieving financial security. These goals serve as guideposts, helping us navigate through life with purpose and determination. Yet as we cross into our 60s, it becomes increasingly clear that the goals that once burned brightly may no longer hold the same meaning or relevance. Continuing to chase outdated aspirations out of habit, pride, or a fear of letting go can create unnecessary stress and disappointment. Goals that no longer align with your current values or stage in life can feel like a weight pulling you backward rather than propelling you forward. For example, the desire to climb the corporate ladder may feel less urgent if you've already achieved professional fulfillment or are ready to retire. Financial milestones that once seemed critical might no longer be as pressing if your needs have shifted and you've learned to live more simply. Reevaluating your goals is not an admission of failure. It's a testament to growth. Life is not static, and neither are our aspirations. Who you were in your 30s or 40s is not who you are now, and your goals should reflect that evolution. Letting go of outdated objectives allows you to redirect your energy toward pursuits that resonate with who you are today. This might mean setting new goals that prioritize personal fulfillment over external achievement, like traveling, learning a new skill, or deepening relationships with loved ones. It's important to approach this process with intention and honesty. Take time to reflect on whether your current goals still ignite a sense of passion and purpose. Are they bringing you closer to a life of meaning, or are they merely remnants of past ambitions that no longer serve you? By releasing outdated goals, you create space for new dreams to take root, dreams that align with your present reality and inspire you to live fully in the here and now. This stage of life offers a unique opportunity to redefine success on your own terms. Rather than measuring your worth by external achievements, you can focus on what genuinely brings you joy and satisfaction. Perhaps success now looks like spending quality time with grandchildren, exploring creative pursuits, or simply enjoying the freedom to live at your own pace. By embracing this shift, you open the door to a richer, more fulfilling existence that reflects the wisdom and authenticity that come with age. The societal emphasis on youth and physical appearance can dominate much of our lives, shaping how we view ourselves and how we invest our time and energy. For decades, we are conditioned to believe that maintaining a youthful appearance is essential to being valued and accepted. This belief drives countless efforts, ranging from skincare routines to surgeries, to preserve or restore an image that fits societal standards. Yet, as the years go by and we reach our 60s, the inevitability of aging becomes undeniable. Wrinkles form, gray hairs multiply, and our bodies change in ways that no cream or treatment can fully reverse. At this stage, obsessing over physical appearance begins to feel not only futile, but also draining. The time and resources spent chasing an unattainable ideal could be redirected toward pursuits that genuinely nourish the soul. While self-care remains important, maintaining health through exercise, nutrition, and rest, the focus shifts away from perfection and toward self-acceptance. The lines on your face or in the changes in your body become symbols of a life well lived, filled with experiences, challenges, and triumphs. Embracing these changes allows for a newfound freedom. When you stop fixating on how you look to others, you can start appreciating how you feel within yourself. Confidence begins to stem not from external validation, but from a deep sense of self-worth and inner peace. True beauty, as you come to realize, radiates from authenticity, kindness, and wisdom, qualities that no cosmetic procedure can manufacture. This liberation from societal pressures also creates space to explore what makes you feel good on your own terms. You might experiment with styles that reflect your personality rather than trends, or you might find joy in activities that make your body feel strong and capable, like yoga or dancing. By focusing on how you experience your body rather than how it appears to others, you cultivate a deeper connection with yourself. Similarly, many of us spend much of our lives participating in social activities out of obligation rather than genuine desire. Family gatherings, community events, workplace parties, these occasions often come with unspoken expectations that attendance is mandatory. Over time, this sense of duty can lead to a pattern of saying yes when you'd rather say no. By the time you reach your 60s, however, it becomes clear that life is too short to spend on events or interactions that leave you feeling drained or unfulfilled. Your time and energy are precious resources, and learning to protect them becomes a priority. This doesn't mean cutting ties with everyone or isolating yourself. It means being intentional about how you spend your time and with whom. Saying no to social obligations that don't resonate with you is an act of self-care. It allows you to invest more fully in the relationships and activities that bring joy, connection, and meaning to your life. Perhaps you prefer intimate dinners with close friends over large, noisy gatherings. Maybe you find peace in a solitary walk through nature or the quiet pleasure of reading a book. Whatever nourishes your spirit should take precedence over what others expect of you. And the fear of disappointing others can make this shift challenging, but it's important to remember that true connections are built on mutual respect and understanding. Those who value your presence will appreciate the quality of your interactions, even if they are less frequent. Moreover, setting boundaries doesn't require lengthy explanations or apologies. A simple, polite refusal is often enough, and over time, you'll find it becomes easier to prioritize your own needs without guilt. In a similar vein, the habit of comparing yourself to others often takes root early in life. From a young age, we are conditioned to measure our worth against external benchmarks, whether it's career achievements, financial status, or physical attributes. This tendency is reinforced by social media, family expectations, and societal norms, all of which create a constant stream of comparisons that can leave us feeling inadequate or unfulfilled. However, as you enter your 60s, the futility of this practice becomes increasingly clear. Each person's journey is unique, shaped by circumstances, choices, and challenges that cannot be compared in any meaningful way. Trying to measure your life against someone else's is like comparing the chapters of two completely different books. Letting go of the need to compare yourself to others is one of the most liberating shifts that can occur in later life. Instead of looking outward for validation, you begin to turn inward, reflecting on your own experiences, growth, and accomplishments. You come to appreciate the richness of your own journey, recognizing that it has brought you to this moment with all its wisdom, resilience, and beauty. This shift in perspective also allows you to focus on what truly matters. Rather than envying someone else's career success or material possessions, you start to value the intangibles, your relationships, your health, your passions. The energy once spent on comparison can now be redirected toward gratitude and self-compassion, fostering a deeper sense of contentment. Moreover, as you embrace this mindset, you begin to notice how freeing it is to celebrate others' successes without feeling diminished by them. Instead of seeing life as a competition, you recognize it as a shared journey where each person's triumphs and challenges are uniquely their own. This newfound perspective not only enhances your own well-being, but also strengthens your connections with others, as envy and resentment are replaced with genuine support and empathy. By letting go of comparisons, you step into a life that is fully your own. You stop measuring your worth by external standards and instead define it on your own terms, guided by the values, goals, and joys that resonate most deeply with you. This is a powerful act of self-liberation that allows you to live more authentically, peacefully, and joyfully. Mental and emotional health often take a back seat to physical health as we age. Society places significant emphasis on monitoring blood pressure, managing cholesterol, and staying physically active, all of which are undoubtedly important. Yet the mental and emotional dimensions of well-being are just as critical, if not more so, for maintaining a high quality of life. Unfortunately, many older adults grow up with a mindset that undervalues mental health, viewing feelings of loneliness, anxiety, or sadness as weaknesses to be endured in silence. By the time you reach your 60s, the weight of these overlooked emotional struggles can accumulate, affecting not only your mental state, but also your physical health and overall happiness. This stage of life often comes with unique emotional challenges: the loss of loved ones, the transition from busy careers to quieter days, or even the simple realization that certain life phases have passed. These experiences can lead to feelings of isolation, grief, or uncertainty. However, ignoring these emotions or believing that they are simply part of aging does a disservice to the richness of your remaining years. Prioritizing mental and emotional health after 61 is not just an option, it's essential. Seeking support, whether through therapy, counseling, or trusted confidants, should be seen as a sign of strength, not weakness. Talking through your feelings can provide clarity and relief, helping you navigate this stage of life with greater resilience and peace. Mindfulness and meditation practices can also serve as powerful tools, offering a way to anchor yourself in the present moment and reduce stress. Engaging in hobbies, volunteering, or joining social groups can help you build connections and find renewed purpose. Equally important is recognizing that emotions are a natural part of the human experience. Grief, sadness, and even moments of fear are not enemies to be avoided, but signals to be acknowledged and addressed. By giving yourself permission to feel, you open the door to healing and growth. As you nurture your mental and emotional health, you also strengthen your capacity to enjoy the relationships and experiences that bring meaning to your life. For many, however, the idea of prioritizing oneself feels foreign, even selfish. After years of putting others first, children, partners, parents, colleagues, it can be difficult to shift the focus inward. This sense of guilt often stems from deeply ingrained societal norms that equate selflessness with virtue. But by the time you reach your 60s, continuing to prioritize everyone else at the expense of your own well-being no longer makes sense. Self-care is not an indulgence, it's a necessity. Taking time for yourself doesn't mean you care less for others. It means you are recognizing your own worth and ensuring that you have the energy and emotional bandwidth to continue supporting those you love. Whether it's setting aside time for hobbies, pursuing interests you've always put on hold, or simply allowing yourself to rest, self-prioritization is an act of self-respect. This stage of life is an opportunity to reclaim your time and energy, directing them toward the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. Maybe it's exploring a creative outlet, traveling to places you've always dreamed of visiting, or spending quiet moments in nature. Perhaps it's setting boundaries with those who drain your energy, or simply saying no to commitments that don't align with your values. Whatever form it takes, prioritizing yourself is about honoring the life you've built and allowing yourself to enjoy it fully. The guilt associated with self-care often fades when you realize that caring for yourself doesn't diminish your ability to care for others. It enhances it. When you are well-rested, emotionally balanced, and fulfilled, you can show up for loved ones with greater presence and authenticity. By leading with this example, you also teach those around you the importance of self-respect and balance, creating a ripple effect that benefits everyone in your life. The ultimate fear that many face as they age is the uncertainty of the future and the inevitability of death. These fears are deeply human and entirely natural, but allowing them to overshadow your present can rob you of the joy and peace that life still has to offer. The later years of life are not meant to be lived in the shadow of fear, but embraced as an opportunity to celebrate the richness of your experiences and relationships. The fear of the unknown, particularly of death, often stems from a cultural reluctance to discuss or confront it openly. Yet acknowledging death as a natural part of life can bring an unexpected sense of freedom. When you accept the finite nature of your time, you are more likely to savor the moments that matter, whether it's a laugh shared with a friend, the warmth of a sunset, or the quiet contentment of simply being present. Preparing for the future doesn't mean obsessing over it. It means taking practical steps, such as organizing your affairs or ensuring your loved ones are cared for, while focusing your emotional energy on the here and now. This mindset shift can reduce the stress and anxiety associated with the unknown, replacing it with a sense of purpose and gratitude. Spiritual or philosophical exploration can also provide comfort, offering perspectives that transcend the fear of death. Whether through meditation, prayer, or reading, many find solace in reflecting on life's larger mysteries and their place within them. These practices often lead to a greater appreciation for the present moment and a sense of connection to something larger than oneself. Ultimately, the fear of the future diminishes when you prioritize living fully in the present. Each day becomes an opportunity to create meaningful memories, strengthen relationships, and find joy in life's simple pleasures. The freedom that comes with letting go of this fear allows you to approach life with a sense of peace and acceptance, ensuring that your later years are not just about existing, but truly living. Life after 61 is a transformative period, a time to embrace freedom, wisdom, and the opportunity to live authentically. It's a stage of life where letting go becomes as important as holding on. Letting go of outdated beliefs, toxic relationships, unnecessary obligations, and fears that no longer serve you. By doing so, you create space for joy, purpose, and meaningful connections. This is not just an end of a chapter, but the beginning of a richer, more intentional way of living. The years behind you have provided invaluable lessons and experiences that shaped who you are today. Now you have the power to use that wisdom to redefine what truly matters and prioritize what brings you fulfillment. This stage of life is not about chasing external validations or clinging to the past. It's about celebrating the present, embracing change, and stepping into each day with gratitude and clarity. Imagine a life where your choices reflect your values, not societal expectations, where your days are filled with meaningful moments, laughter, and peace, rather than obligations that weigh you down. Picture the freedom that comes from releasing fears, simplifying your surroundings, and focusing on what makes your heart sing. That life is within reach, waiting for you to claim it. You've earned the right to live authentically, to prioritize your well-being, and to focus on the relationships and activities that truly matter. This is your time to savor the simple pleasures, explore new passions, and embrace the person you've become. Each day is a gift, an opportunity to live fully and without regret. So as you step into this chapter, remember, life doesn't end at 61. It begins anew, shaped by your wisdom, guided by your values, and enriched by the freedom to live on your terms. Take this moment to reflect, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to welcome the boundless possibilities that await. Your journey continues and the best is yet to come.